Hello, and welcome back to the #1 survival guide of the Cylinder. And today, we shall venture into the sprawling aspen and birch groves of the east. As you stop to take in the brisk winter breeze, you notice a small songbird sitting in a tree. It was a blue axebeak, a species of bird that uses its axe or hatchet-shaped beak to crack open nuts and peel away tree bark to eat the insects inside. Further away in the woods, you hear the sound of a white-tailed squirrel, a species of squirrel with a similar ecological niche as a fox, and is primarily carnivorous, and also just so happens to eat the blue axebeak. You continue on and find yourself in a small forest clearing that has clearly been hit by many snowstorms in the recent past, and has at least 6 to 8 feet of snow within it. You look ahead and see a small jackalope poke its head up out of the snow. It was a truffle-eater jackalope, a species of jackalope that live in large communities. For most of the year, they live in shallow burrows at the base of tree roots, and mainly eat mushrooms, truffles, and nuts. But in the winter, they lose their antlers temporarily and become almost entirely subterranean and live in massive underground complexes beneath the snow. You continue on and find yourself confronted by a massive birch tree. In the midst of your bewilderment of this massive birch tree, you fail to notice that it is actually not a tree at all. It was the leg of a massive birch elk. These gentle giants are the largest elk species on the entire Cylinder, and also share similar attributes to the giraffes of Earth, and fill a similar ecological niche. Their diet mainly consists of birch, aspen, and oak leaves. They also have a long prehensile tongue used for grabbing such leaves. However, in the winter, they must migrate to the mountains, where there are more dense groves of conifers to feed on, making it strange to see one in these woods so late into the winter. The birch elk, also, is classified as a megafaunal animal, meaning it has no natural predators, at least in its old age. Meaning their leg camouflage is actually better suited for hiding from their own kind, as the males of this species are particularly territorial. You calmly make your way past the animal and find yourself yet again in another labyrinth of trees. Suddenly, the wind began to speed up, and a snowstorm was on the way. You suddenly hear the noise of some kind of large creature behind you. You turn and see nothing. Nothing but wind and snow. But unbeknownst to you, there was a creature. A phantom stalker, to be exact. These creatures may appear to be related to bears, but actually, they're more closely related to badgers. One important thing to remember when encountering these creatures is that they are almost always larger than you expect them to be. And there is no escaping these creatures once they have you. Their arm and jaw muscles are far too powerful. And depending on what time of year it is, they will either swiftly kill you, or, in the winter, they will drag you back to their den and use you as leftovers, leaving you to starve on multiple days, in a cave or a pile of sticks. They are also very aptly named, as they are very stealthy and make almost no noise when approaching their prey. And unfortunately, the phantom stalker knocked you out, brought you back to its cave, and you were subjected to multiple excruciating days of hunger. And that brings us to the end of this chapter of the Survival Guide.